There are places that disappear from maps, places erased by time, by disaster, by history, but sometimes a place disappears from reality itself. For years, travelers reported the town hidden beyond endless forests, a town where clocks no longer worked, where radios played voices from decades ago, and where nobody had seen the sun for over 30 years. Most people dismissed the stories as folklore, urban legends, ghost stories, until a photograph arrived at the Phantom Detective's office. A photograph showing a sunrise, the only known sunrise ever recorded in that town. Written on the back were 6 chilling words: "Please find out why we remain." The next morning, the detective traveled to the forgotten town. He would soon discover something horrifying, because some places don't survive tragedy. They simply refuse to admit they're dead. Level 1. Last sunrise. Residents claim the sun simply stopped rising one morning. No darkness, no night, just an endless gray sky stretching in every direction. The detective noticed something strange immediately. Nobody talks about sunlight naturally. Whenever he asked what the sun looked like, people hesitate, as though searching for memories that no longer exist. Children draw gray circles instead of yellow ones. Artists paint landscapes without shadows. Even books describing daylight contain blank pages. Only one photograph remains, a faded image showing a brilliant sunrise above the town. The detective studies it carefully. At first, nothing happens. Then the memories begin. He remembers attending a school that never existed, meeting people he has never known, living entire years that were never part of his life. The memories feel real, painfully real. When he finally looks away, several hours have passed, and he can no longer remember where some of the memories came from. The photograph isn't showing the past, it's creating one. Level 2. The empty houses. As night approaches, the detective explores the outskirts. Entire neighborhoods stand abandoned. Doors hang open. Furniture remains untouched. Dinner tables are still set, as if families vanished in the middle of a meal. Yet every evening, something impossible happens. Lights appear inside the empty homes. Soft yellow glows behind dusty curtains. People hear conversations, footsteps, laughter, children running through hallways. The detective enters one house. Nobody is there. The rooms are empty, but the sounds continue around him. A woman laughs upstairs. A chair scrapes across the floor. Someone whispers from the kitchen. Then he notices something horrifying. The voices aren't coming from the rooms. They're coming from the walls themselves. The house is remembering. Every sound is an echo, a recording left behind by people long gone. As he leaves, he glances back. For a brief second, silhouettes stand in every window, watching him. Then they disappear. Level 3. The man in the church. At the center of town stands an abandoned church. Its bell tower has collapsed. Its stained glass windows have turned completely gray. Beneath the church, hidden behind a sealed door, the detective discovers a staircase descending deep underground. At the bottom waits a small chamber, and inside sits a man chained to a chair. He appears impossibly old, older than anyone should be. His eyes are filled with exhaustion, as though he has been awake for decades. The man smiles when he sees the detective. "You finally made it." The detective demands answers. The old man simply nods and tells him the truth. The sun never disappeared. The town did. 30 years ago, a catastrophe destroyed everything. Fire, shock waves, collapse. Thousands die within minutes. The town should have vanished forever. But something remained. Collective memory, a final refusal to disappear. Every resident, every street, every building became trapped inside that memory, an imitation of reality endlessly replaying itself. The detective asks why the sky remains gray. The old man's expression changes. For the first time, he looks afraid. Because memories cannot imagine the sun forever. Level 4. The truth. The detective escapes through tunnels beneath the town. The passages stretch for miles. Finally, he reaches a massive wall hidden beyond the forest. A wall taller than skyscrapers, covered in cracks, covered in names, thousands of names, every resident who ever lived there. He climbs and reaches the top. Beyond the wall lies reality, a wasteland, ruined streets, collapsed buildings, burned foundations. The town has been dead for decades. Nothing remains. No people, no homes, no church. Only ruins slowly being reclaimed by nature. The detective realizes the horrifying truth. The town he entered never physically existed. It was a memory, a dying memory struggling to preserve itself. The residents are not alive. They are echoes, fragments of consciousness endlessly repeating their theme all day. Every conversation, every smile, every routine, nothing more than reflections. The gray sky isn't weather, it isn't fog, it isn't clouds. It's the inside of a forgotten mind, a memory so old it can no longer remember what the sun looked like. As the detective watches, cracks spread across the sky. The illusion begins collapsing. Buildings fade, roads dissolve, people vanish one by one. The memory is finally dying. The town is finally being forgotten. When he hears a voice behind him. Little girl, one of the residents. She looks up at him and asks a simple question. If we're only memories, she points toward reality beyond the wall. Then why are there memories of you here too? The detective freezes, because suddenly he notices something impossible. His own name, written among the thousands covering the wall. A name carved there 30 years before he was born. Horo. The town disappeared completely before sunrise. Not that anyone there remembered what sunrise was. Authorities searched the location. They found only ruins, no residents, no church, no photographs, nothing except one object, a notebook belonging to the phantom detective. Inside was a single sentence written over and over again across every page. The same sentence repeated hundreds of times. I don't remember leaving. And according to official records, the phantom detective was never seen again.